Hello students, today we will learn about the chapter 11, that is operating system. So as you all know, an operating system is the first software that gets loaded into the computer's memory while booting. Okay, so you have already learned in the previous chapter that the operating system acts as an interface between the software and the hardware. Some examples of the operating systems are Windows 7, Linux, DOS, Windows 8, Windows 10, Mac OS, etc. Windows 7 and Linux are two of the most commonly used operating system. We will work with Windows 7. So let us start with Windows 7. First, what is Windows 7? Windows 7 is the operating system that was developed by Microsoft Corporation, and Windows 7 was first introduced on 22nd October 2009. Okay, it has certain features and it became very popular because of its user-friendly environment, noticeable speed improvement, and its modest system requirements. Okay, so what are the main features of the Windows 7 operating system? So the features of the Windows 7 are: it is very easy to use, it supports the multitasking, and it's the searching made very much easier in Windows 7. It has the option to pin any program to the taskbar so that you can pin any program that is used commonly to the taskbar to access it very fast. Next is, it has the arrow pick option. It also has the live taskbar preview, and it has the jump list on start menu. Okay, so these are the most common features of Windows 7. Next is desktop. What is desktop? After starting the computer, the first screen that appears on the screen is known as the desktop. So you can see how a desktop looks in the image. This is how a Windows 7 desktop looks like. Okay, it contains some graphic symbols that are called icons. The name desktop is derived from the real life desktop or the top of our working table, where we may find pen stand, notepad, calculators, files, etc. The desktop of Windows also serves the same purpose. We can find various icons like objects, shortcut icons, document icons, disk drive icons, etc. on the desktop. Okay, so the next component of desktop is taskbar. Taskbar is the long horizontal bar at the bottom of the desktop. Okay, it has the taskbar itself has several components, or the taskbar is divided into several sections. First one is start button. The start button is on the extreme left side of the taskbar. Okay, and most probably it is the most used buttons of Windows desktop. Okay, next is quick launch toolbar. The right side of the start button is quick launch toolbar. The icons displayed in this area helps in accessing any application or program quickly. So if we pin any program in this quick launch toolbar, that we can open that particular program from that particular toolbar area or quick launch toolbar area. Okay, next is notification area. Notification area is at the right side of the taskbar. Okay, and it shows the system date and also provides some status and notifications about things like updates, network connectivity, incoming mails, battery, volume, etc. Next is show desktop button. At extreme right of the taskbar, the show desktop button is situated. Clicking on this button minimizes all the open windows and shows the desktop. Okay, if you place the mouse or place the mouse cursor on this button, it will show how the desktop look like. Okay, and it will preview a minimization of the opened applications, all the opened application. And if you click on this show desktop button, what will it do? It will minimizes all the open application or open windows, and it will show the desktop. Okay, next, the start button itself. The start button is, as I already said, the start button is probably the most frequently used components of Windows desktop. We can do a lot of things using the menu of start button. Okay, so what is the menu of start button? Whenever we are clicking on the start button, the list that appears is known as the start button menu or menu of start button. It displays the major applications. These headings provides access to the main programs of our computer. Okay, we can start any program, open documents, customize our system, we can get help and search for items on computer through the start button menu. Okay, so what does the menu of start button comprises of or contains? The components of the menu of start buttons are documents, pictures, music, games folder, computer folder, the control panel window, devices and printers, default programs and help and support. So these are the various components of start button. Documents, pictures, music, games and computers, these are the folders, and computer itself contains all the folders and the hard drives of your computer to locate or to search for or to browse any of the files that are stored on the computer. Next, control panel is used to customize your system, etc. Device and printers are used, this option is used to show how many devices or any printers or external printers or external devices are connected to your system. Help and support provides to the search option for any items on your computer, etc. Okay, using the start button we can also shut down the computer. Okay, so how can we shut down the computer? For doing that we have to click on the start button and then we have to click on shut down option. Okay, so after clicking the shut down option the system gets shut down. So these are the components of the start button and the function of start button. Using the function of start button, how can we shut down a window? Next is icons. Okay, so what is icon? First thing, what is icons? Icons are the small graphic symbols that displayed on the desktop. Okay, now there are some important icons on the computer's desktop. What are they? First one is computer. The computer icon is used to explore all the hard drives and displays a sidebar that contains favorite folder, libraries folders and the computer sections. Okay, next is so what does this favorites do? By default in Windows 7, favorites are for Internet Explorer are saved in the favorites folder. Next is libraries. A library is a reference to one or more folders on your computer and the files found inside those folders. When opening a library, Windows Explorer displays all the files and folders that are part of it as if they are physically stored inside the library. Okay, next is computer. The computer section stores the complete information regarding the system drives and other peripherals that can be viewed under the computer icon. Okay, it displays three categories of information like hard disk drives, devices with removable storage and the network locations. And last one is network. This icon allows us to access the shared resources such as files and printers, etc. Next important icon on desktop is recycle bin. The recycle bin is used by Windows computers to store the deleted items. It temporarily stores files and folders before they are permanently deleted. We can open the recycle bin by double clicking on it or double clicking on the icon on the Windows desktop. The recycle bin window will allow you to delete items individually or restore them to their original location. If we want to permanently remove all items in the recycle bin, we have to simply select the empty the recycle bin option in the left sidebar of the window. After clicking on the empty the recycle bin option, all the files that are stored inside the recycle bin will permanently be deleted. Okay, next one is shortcut files and folders. The Windows desktop contains shortcut icons for various files, folders and programs also. By clicking on this icon, double clicking on this icon, you can open those files or the folders, or even you can open the programs also. Okay, so these are some important icons. Next, common desktop operations. Using the desktop we can manage, or you can do some common operations like managing wallpaper, managing screensaver, etc. So what we have to do to manage the wallpaper or change the wallpaper? To change the desktop wallpaper, first we have to right click on the blank part of the desktop and we have to choose the personalize option. Next, we have to click on the desktop background option. Now we have to click on any picture to select the picture directly, or we can even click the browse button to choose image from the computer's hard drive. Then after selecting that particular image, we have to click the save changes and exit option. This is how we can manage a wallpaper. Next is managing screensaver. How can we manage screensaver? Screensaver is a computer application that blanks the screen of the computer when it is inactive or fills it with images. Okay, this is the screensaver. So how can we change the screensaver or apply screensaver? We have to again right click on the blank part of the desktop and choose the personalize option. Next we have to choose the screensaver from the drop down list. Next we have to again choose the desired screensaver from the drop down list. We can get a preview of that particular or the chosen screensaver by click the preview option, and then we have to click on the OK button to apply it on the as a screensaver. Okay. Next common operating system is Linux operating system. So what is Linux operating system? Linux is the operating system that is available free of cost. That's why it became so popular. It was developed by Linus Torvalds in the year 1991. It became most popular because it is freely available and easy to use and operate also. Okay, it also allows the multitasking option or multitasking feature. Okay, so what is multitasking? Multitasking means performing more than one task at a time. So Linux provides the multitasking option. Next, components of Linux operating system. What are the components of Linux operating system? The components of Linux operating system are, first is desktop. The first screen that appears that covers the entire screen with two bars is called the desktops. One bar at the top and the other bar on its left. Okay. The image in the background is called the desktop wallpaper. It also contains icons like the small level pictures that are called icons. The desktop of Linux also has various components. First one is menu bar. It is the long horizontal bar located at the top of the desktop. Second one is indicator area. It shows the clock, calendar, speaker, volume, etc. Next is the launcher. The launcher is the vertical bar at the right side of the desktop. Here we can add commonly used programs. And the last one is dash. Dash is the topmost icon on the launcher and has the Ubuntu logo on it. Okay, it is the dash is the functions the similar to the start menu of Windows. Okay, it also has a search bar at the top and the icons of the recently used applications, files and downloaded items at the bottom. Okay, so by clicking or whenever we are clicking on the dash icon, a window opens up towards its right. Okay, like whenever we are clicking in the start button of Windows, a menu will pop up to the top. Here whenever we are clicking on the dash icon, a window opens up towards its right. Okay, so these are the components of Linux desktop. So listen to the video very properly and read your book carefully. Okay, we will meet in your next class. Have a good day. Thank you.